Welcome, everybody, to this Halloween day, night, depending on where you are in the world. It is me, Adam, also known as Vikings Man 28, and ooh, baby, we got trade deadline. Trade deadline breaking news from a Minnesota Vikings earlier in the morning. It was reported that Vikings weren't probably going to make any trades, but nay. The Vikings ended up doing a trade. Chase Young to the 49ers. We'll get to Chase Young and the 49ers, the most recent news, in just one moment. But, this being a Minnesota Vikings channel, we're going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings first before we get to Mr. Chase Young, because that, whoo. So let's just share the screen real quick. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. So, oops, wrong background. That's for game streams. And there we go. Boom. 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 The Minnesota Vikings have traded a 6th-round pick to the Cardinals in exchange for quarterback Joshua Dobbs, and also get a next year's 7th-round pick. It's a very good trade for the Vikings. They don't have to give up too much for Josh Dobbs, and we're going to get a very high 7th-round pick for next year. So, not too bad of a trade. I must say. Now, here's what I will say. I want to stop screens for a moment. Here's what I'm going to say. Jaren Hall's still going to be starting. Jaren Hall will still be starting next week against the Falcons. They want to see what they got in Jaren Hall. The best case scenario is Jaren Hall is the quarterback. He is him, what have you, for the future. But if not, if he still needs some time, you can put in Josh Dobbs, who hasn't been looking too bad himself. Joshua Dobbs. Hall could be him. He could be him. There's going to be a lot. I'm saying a lot of pressure. Lots and lots of pressure for Hall to be him against the Falcons, and that's going to be tough. But that's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. But here's what I will say. He just we have a lot of weapons. It's hard for him to do very, very bad with the weapons you have around him. You got TJ, you got KJ. You got TJ and KJ and Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, who will come back against the Saints. I think that's sort of going to be the little downside, because he won't have Justin Jefferson against Falcons. He will. And, that performance is definitely going to be a big impact to who's going to be starting against the Saints. Will it be Josh Dobbs? Will it be Jaren Hall? Who knows? More than likely, I'm leaning toward Hall right now for against the Saints. But, because it's quarterback, it's hard transition. Very hard to transition from one team to another team in the season. But so Jaren Hall might get like a couple starts. I think he's going to get at least a couple starts. So we shall see. But Josh Dobbs, QB2, Nick Mullins. We don't know how long he's going to come. It's going to be until he's off. He'll be off IR next week, but how many weeks will it take for the Vikings How long will it take for the Vikings to what am I saying? I don't know. We had Nick Mullins. How long will it take for Nick Mullins to come back? That's what I was trying. My brain. I don't know. Maybe Nick Mullins' injury is much worse than we thought. So yeah. So the Vikings have officially announced they're going to start Jaron Hall against the Falcons, which is not shocking. Whoever thinks it is shocking, it's not shocking because they just announced it right now. As I said, they're probably going to start him. They will start Jaron Hall against the Falcons. So I just retweeted that right now. Hey, that who knows? We shall see. We have weapons. We have the offensive line. We got the defense now. Might need to bring in a new kicker, but that's beyond the point. But yeah. I don't know about that. No. Okay. Now you're just trolling. We're not trading Justin Jefferson. You can't trade the best person on your team. Just no. No. I don't know. I don't know. Greg Joseph's having his kicking issues, but he's playing in a dome this week, so no excuse for Greg Joseph if he misses. So yeah, everyone wants to talk about draft pick, but you need to build a team at the end of the day. You can have all these draft picks, but you can't. Yeah, cut Joseph. Cut Joseph. I wouldn't be mad at cutting Joseph, even though it would hurt a little bit. But Greg Beleg has been not looking good. But those are the two major. So that was one of the major news. Well, I'm going to get to Ezra Cleveland in just one moment, and we can circle back to Josh. The whole quarterback thing, but we do need to talk about the guard that we're trading. So we got Ezra Cleveland going to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 6th-round pick. I do think it is a little low. I will say a little low, but hey, I'm fine. I'm not stressing over it. A 6th-round pick is okay. It's okay. I maybe would have liked to try to get like a 5th, but it's okay. Because we got Dalton Reisner, who is way better than Ezra Cleveland. Way better. Now, of course, the only problem on offensive line now is Ed Ingram. I would have liked Ed. Now that's a guy who, he's gotten a little better, but it's not that much of an improvement to say. But Dalton Reisner, will be that dude. I would say we have 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen, really some very solid offensive linemen. Ed Ingram, maybe getting some help with Brian O'Neill and Garrett Bradbury helping out on each side of him. But yeah, so the offensive line is really gelling together well. The quarterback position question, we shall see. Trevor Lawrence is going to get Ezra Cleveland. He's not bad. He's not good. He's not really, he's not great. He's not like good. He's serviceable. He's serviceable. He can have an okay day here and there, but I don't know. I think it's more of a depth piece in my opinion. But I don't know, but I'm not a Jaguars fan. So, yeah, Ezra is okay. He's an okay, but not really that great. So that's why I'm thinking more. I was thinking maybe I was hoping for media fifth, but sixth felt a little too low. A fifth would have been fine. But going back to our side of things. Actually, no, we'll talk about. Well, actually, no. Before we get to that, we do need to talk. We should actually talk about the. We should be talking about Chase Young. Chase Young is going to the 49ers. That's a move. That's a move, and that's a third, and it's a third round pick, by the way. This is just from the immediate tweet. A third round pick for Chase Young. Hey, that is a freaking steal. That is a freaking steal, I gotta say, for the 49ers, who've had a little bit of a struggling defense as of late. But so gonna definitely get that pass rush up and going. I think this is a great move for the 49ers. Washington, you got fleeced. You also traded Montez Sweat. I believe. Wait a minute. Is there another breaking news? Oh, we got Lions news. We got Lions news. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum. We got Lions news. We got breaking Lions news. Lions acquiring Donovan Peoples-Jones from the Browns. Okay, that is a move. We got another one. Another one. So, well, what's going up, Luke? What's going on? I don't know if the Packers are going to be doing anything at the trade deadline. But Lions making moves. We shall see what they're going to get for him. But yeah, that's just another weapon for the Lions, who are going to be competitive come the playoffs. I still think the Eagles. Right now, I think it's it's a 2025 sixth round pick. It's a 2025 sixth round pick. So I got it right here. I'll just let's see. Yeah. 2025 sixth round pick. So pretty good. Pretty good for the Detroit Lions. Didn't have to give up too much for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Oh, this trade deadline is getting spicy. 2 more hours until the trade deadline is over. The big question. So right now, the Vikings, they're looking like they want to be competitive. Billy. That's why they trade for Josh Dobbs. So I don't expect the Vikings to trade Danielle Hunter. Could this come back to bite me? Of course, in the next couple hours. But because at first when we were 1-4, we were sellers, and everyone was talking about like we might trade Danielle Hunter. No. Trade Hunter. I don't know. I don't think so. Don't if they want to be competitive, so they're not gonna be trading Hunter. I just don't see it. He has done so good this season. Let me get the stats up. Like, he is the least, I will say he is one of the least talked about players on defensive players right now. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Hey, we're doing, you know what? I woke up this morning and because I'm like, and then of course the news, eating breakfast, news, and then later on news drops. I'm doing fine today. I would say overall I'm doing okay today. It's more the middle of the day now on a great Halloween. I know you're doing good on your day. So not bad. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay on this fine Halloween day. There is snow outside right now. I guess that's I don't know if that's if that's a down thing or not. It's a little early for snow, but hey, I'll take it. Yes, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves is my NBA team. Usually don't start with that. Start wild Timberwolves until like after the season is over. So toward the end of the NBA season and then playoffs, of course. But Daniil Hunter has 10 sacks on the season. He's leading the league in sacks, but people want to keep talking about T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett, who only have 8.5 sacks each. But they're not. No one talking about not many people are talking about Daniil Hunter for defense, for a possible defensive player of the year. What a shame. But hey, we'll see. Do I think the Vikings are going to make any other moves? I don't know. I just don't see them making any more moves. 2 moves is, I think, one, you get a player and then you give up, then you trade a player. I think that's the most they're going to do. As I said, the only one that people have been chirping about is Hunter, but I can't see that if you're going to be competitive. If you were playing to be competitive. Jaren Hall going to be starting against the Falcons. We all knew that was going to happen because Josh Dobbs not going to learn the playbook in 4 or 5 days. That was never going to happen. That was never going to happen. So I want to see what the rookie got. I mean, I'm not expecting him to, be that, Brock Purdy like season. I mean, we don't have that exact team like he did last season. I mean, we do have an offensive line. We do have a defense, not the 49ers defense of last year. But, we have solid enough pieces. It's just the only thing is the running game. The running game is still frustrating to me. Just because we're not starting Cam Akers. Why aren't we starting Cam Akers? That's my only problem. That's my only problem with the Vikings. Besides, Greg Joseph, we need to just bring him someone for competition. He does better with competition. But the run game is frustrating because we can't. It's just like I don't know. And the Falcons, we look at their defense, and let me see. How is their passing defense? I didn't check. They are the number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ranked passing defense. And they are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14th in running defense. So they got a pretty solid defense. they're the sixth best defense in the NFL. So I do think this game could be a lower scoring game. Yes, in my predictions, I put in the Vikings because we don't know with Gordon Hall. I'm just hoping the weapons can do the job. I don't know, but we shall see. We shall see. I just want to get into a spot where we can make that, if we can still maintain that 7th seed, basically. So that's still up in the air. Dobbs has a big brain. He may already know it. I don't know. I don't think he would already know it by now. I'm not. So I think really, like, before Kirk Cousins got injured, I'm like, okay, we're going to compete for the North. No. That's not going to be the case anymore. Now we're just fighting to get that 7th seed. We're fighting for a 7th seed, which I do think is still possible. You got the Buccaneers, and the Saints right behind us, and the Buccaneers. Teams like the Rams and the Commanders. So I mean, with this week NFC, there's a chance we could stay at the 7th seed, and then we'd be going up against the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. But we're gonna try to stay as competitive as possible. We know we got good playmakers and good, a defense that's finally actually decent now. No, we don't have the division. Wild card team is sort of what we're looking at right now. That is literally what we're looking at right now. Now, if the 49ers don't play this week, but if they were to have played this next week, they have a tough schedule, and we were to win, we would be taken over because we won against them. But I'm just taking it 1 week at a time. We need to look at how Hall looks. If Hall looks fine, we might start him we're probably gonna maybe start him in the next game against the Saints. But we'll see where Josh Dobbs fits in all of this. So I think there might be at most, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at the rest. I'm checking for any other deadline stuff. I think at most there might be one more big thing. The division is already over. It's after Kirk. I'm saying, yeah, it is over. Division is over. I called once Kirk Cousins got injured, the division's over. That's where I called it. I know people called it earlier, but I called it after Kirk Cousins got injured. Division over, Lions win. I think it might be Lions, Eagles in the NFC Championship game. That's sort of what it's trending toward right now. Unless, the Niners with this move with the Chase Young, and they can maybe get their stuff together. Maybe they can be competitive as well. But the Niners are a little bit on a slide right now. Steve Wilkes, I know. That's the Buccaneers will not now have won the North more recently than the Lions anymore. It's gonna come to an end. So when is that gonna be? Who knows? I mean, I can hope that the Lions lose a game here. Maybe they lose against the Chargers. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule. I'm like, Cowboys. But even then, even if at most those two losses, I'm looking at Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears again, Broncos. Like, no. At most, if we're looking at most, I could see them maybe losing 2 more games. The Lions. like the Chargers and the Cowboys, we probably will get swept now by the Lions, unless something changes. But I see at potential only like it's Chargers, Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, and Vikings again for the Lions. Like only two I could potentially seeing as Chargers and Cowboys. As losses for the Lions. Maybe at best we could get the best we could get a split with them. But they're looking at a 13-4, 12-5 season right now. At the very least. So likely. Unless things change, which I need to keep. Still trying to keep a little bit of optimism for. That's how it's sort of going to go out. How the playoffs would go out, I have no idea. Because when the Lions play against a very good defense like the Ravens, you see what happened a couple weeks ago. The Lions try to give that game to the Raiders last night. And the Raiders like, nope, you win. But yeah. I think the standings, like Eagles first place, could still be like that. Eagles do have a tougher schedule than the Lions though, so Lions could potentially get the first seed. But I'm not gonna bank on anything just yet. Because Eagles have to play the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills, oh god, the Niners, the Cowboys again, Seahawks, Giants, Cardinals, Giants. Yeah. Please, for all of us, trade Joe Barry to Detroit. They could get the first seed. Detroit could easily get the first seed. That's that's a thought. Canada and Joe Barry. Oh please give me that all day, every day. The Canada Barry combo. Give that. Now that. I would love that. Yeah, we got a little 1.5. Still. Oh no, it's not a couple hours. This timeline is a scary timeline. Oh, do we got more news? No. Okay. Sorry. I keep looking at my notification, seeing if there's more news. Yeah, there's only. I just realized it's 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central Standard. So that's like 40 more minutes or so. So, as I said, probably going to be no more moves. Any more big moves? There might be one more move, but I don't like it. I don't like it here. As I remember, it feels like 2018 when Vikings, Packers, let's do this, and then all of a sudden the Bears show up for 1 year and they win the division. This is how it sort of feels like. So, but then the Bears return to reality afterward. But you get the point. It's just. But the thing is, the difference though is we sort of saw this coming, but we're hoping it wasn't going to happen. I really thought this would be a Lion Viking race to the end, and then that injury happened to Kirk, and I'm like, well, it's good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. So Was there any other moves that I missed from today? I already said Montez Sweat. From earlier. Yeah. Because I know the Bears were also looking at Chase Young as well. Now that would have been no. Oh God, no. The Bears got Chase Young. That would have been something. But that was a what was that? That was a third. Was that what round pick was that? I'm trying to think. What did the Bears trade for Sweat? I'm just. Second round pick. Yeah, maybe a little high, but I was expecting a second round pick from Chase Young though. A second, or maybe like a second or first. I don't know. I feel like it should have been flip flop at the very least. Like Chase Young could have gotten a man. You couldn't maybe push. I don't know. Did they try to push for a first round pick at all? And they weren't getting anything, or like a second round pick. At least get a second. At least get a second. At least get a second, man. So, yeah. But in regards to just everything that's happened today, Josh Dobbs, I do, however, because the other quarterback, oh gosh, the backup quarterback for against the Falcons should be, even if Josh Dobbs is only there for 4 or 5, like 5, I was only been there 5, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, 4 to 5 days. Do not elevate Sean Mannion from the practice squad. I say that right now. Just don't. I don't care even if it's just one day that Josh Dobbs has read the playbook. I'd rather him in as the backup quarterback for this game than Sean Mannion. For anybody who does not know Sean Mannion, we brought him back this season. Because and he played against the Packers when Kirk had COVID. That would be a disaster if Jaren Hall goes down against the Falcons, which hopefully he does. Hope he doesn't. I don't want to see Sean Mannion as the backup. He's going to be the third. He should be He should be the third quarterback. Honest. Oh yeah, he got that one pass that it went to a receiver and it bounced off and into our center's hands. And yeah, that was his one good play was a fluky play where it just caught, bounced up in the air, and the offensive lineman took it all the way down to the 10 or something. I don't want to see Sean Mannion no more. No more. I have no idea why we even brought him back. I really don't. But we have Nick. And we don't know how long Nick Mullins will come off of IR next week, but we don't know how long it will be until he's actually 100% back. It's just the timeline open for him. So Yeah. That's probably another reason why we brought Josh Dobbs in. It might not be looking so good for Nick Mullins. It's going to take a longer time for his recovery. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, yeah. That's all I really got to say. See what Jaren Hall got, and then depending on what happens, you have Josh Dobbs as well, and Nick Nick Mullins, but that's depending on his health. So, and then please, and then if everything works out, then you can cut Sean Mannion. So, yeah, thank you. This has been a very chaotic. Whoa. Oh. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? We'll see. Even better than Christian Ponder. Oh. We'll see. Okay, I'm just hearing some rumors right now. Okay, we'll see. The 49ers potentially going to close on another trade, but we'll see. It probably, it probably won't be anything big anyway. So, if the 49ers do another trade, I'll just leave it as that. I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, thank you all for. We got an okay QB. Josh Jobs playing competitive. Has been playing competitive with the Cardinals this season. It's just unfortunate they lose a lot of close games. So he's played okay. I think with the weapons around him, he can play good. Didn't really have the weapons in Arizona. So yeah, it could be. There could be it's looking like there might be another trade, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. It's just something to keep an eye on for everybody. So I hope, I don't know, everyone has a good Halloween. I'm not, we're getting, all the parties. If you're going to a party, if you're going, if enjoying the candy, enjoying all the spooky scares, whatever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see when he does well. Oh, he does well for the Jacks. So I know I'm long winning this right now because I'm just hoping that we get another trade. But yeah, yeah. Thank you all for watching. This has been Adam, also known as Miss Vikings Man 28. And as always, come on, Twitter. Fine. It's gonna happen right after. It's gonna happen right after I go off. But Skull, and I'll see you. I'll see you all for Madden later this week.